Hi, ladies. Welcome to my weekly live. I'm really happy that you're here today. If you are new to my YouTube channel, please let us know so we can give you a warm welcome. And of course, I'm always welcoming back my friends that are with me almost every single week. I do want to wish you all a happy new year, and I hope your holidays were great. Um, anyway, I have inked up a brand new stamp set that is going to be released tomorrow in the January through April spring catalog, and it's called Bastille. I don't know that I would typically go after, but I just love this little fat cat, so I hope that you like the projects as much as I like them. Anyway, let me show you what we have here. This one is kind of a fun fold, and we're using a water wash technique here. As you can see, it is a fun fold, and I'll show you how I did that. Then this one is just, what do you call this? Portrait style. So I'll show you the inside when we get to it. And I did I used Stampin' Blend markers on this one. I also used the Stamparatus on this, so that's going to be something I want to show you. And then this right here is a cute little treat holder, and it holds just one of these Fannie Mae milk chocolate pixies. So it's kind of like a turtle, and I got this at Walmart. It's 1.5 ounces. They're pretty large, and also you can get them on Amazon as well. So these are the projects that we're going to make today. So again, I hope you like them. I do want to point out that if you would like these mailed to you, the make and takes, all you have to do is place a minimum $40 order between today and Saturday, and you will get these make and takes sent to you. But I do want to stress, please, please, please make sure you use the host code, because I just called in a couple of host codes and they told me I only have a couple more left that I can do. And that's how I'm able to send these make and takes to you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start with this one first, and I'll show you everything that I did with it, okay? Let me grab this and this and this. And then I also have to have some paper towel. Okay. All right. So I'm using the water painters. There's 3 different sizes in this pack, and I'm using the 2 largest. But before I do that, I'm going to do some background work here. So I saved this so I can show you how I did it. Let me get that out of the way. I am using my trimmer from Stampin' Up. Now this is 8.5 by 5.5, but the card is opening up like this, so we have to cut this portion out. So what I'm doing is you have to be really careful, because here are the 2. This is the scorer and this is the cutter. So I'm going to put this on 4 1/4, because that's halfway. That halfway across the 8.5 side, and we're going to cut this down to 3 inches. So I'm using the darker one, and I'm just going to cut this down. I got to stand up so I can see it, just to where the 3 inches is. All right, then I'm just going to pick this up, slide this over so it's out of the way, and I'm going to score the bottom half. Okay, so this way is then cut. So now what we're going to do is turn it this way, and we're going to trim this part off. So this is 3 inches. So I'm going to put this at 3 inches. Line it up. Get that out of the way, because remember, we want to cut it out of there. So I'm going to bring this down, and this is 4 1/4 wide. So I'm going to bring this up to 4 1/4, and I'm just going to trim that off. So then what we have here is this piece. Didn't cut it down large enough. Hold on one second. It was supposed to be 3 inches from here. Let me see what I did wrong. Oh, it's 2.5. I got to bring it down to. I'm sorry. So let me bring this back. Bring it back down to 4.25. This is clear as mud, isn't it? So I'll show you again in just a second. Okay, now it's correct. Okay, so it's going to look like this. All right, so what I did was I put this in here, and we're going to put it on the halfway mark, which is 4.25, and we brought this down. We cut off 3 inches. We cut down to 3 inches, which brings it to right here. Okay, so we're cutting the top 3 inches off, then we're turning it and we're putting it on here at 2 and cutting it off that way. So we're cutting this square out. Okay. So now we're going to put these 2 pieces together. I think I grabbed the wrong glue. I sure did. I'm betting 1,000 today. I just used those and checked them and they were fine. Here comes some glue. Okay, so we're going to place this right here. And I'll have those dimensions for you so it's not messed up for you. And I'm going to bring in my card and show you the one that's completed. If you look at this, this is 2.5. And then since it is 5.5 inches deep, if I bring it down to 3, then there's 2.5 left, if that makes sense. So I'm going to do this for you one more time so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Let me grab another piece of paper. I just want to make sure that you're clear on how to do this. Okay, so I cut a sheet of cardstock in half. And remember, we're bringing it down 3 inches. See what I mean? 3 inches right there. So what we're going to do is put this on the 4.25, because that's the halfway mark. Oops. And we're going to bring this down 3 inches. And that leaves 2.5. So if we bring this down to the 3, just like that, pick it up, bring it down, and then score the rest. All right. Then this way, we're going to take this. Now keep in mind that this piece is 5.5. So we have to line this so it's up at the 2.5 right there. Okay, because we're going to cut that piece out. So I'm going to bring this up to the 4.25 where this line goes across here and score out. Okay, so this is perfect. Now if I take this and measure it up against this, that's exactly how it's supposed to be. So anyway, sorry for the confusion on that, but I wanted to make sure that you were clear on it. All right, so we got that. And then on the inside, we're going to put 2 pieces of basic white together. Well, if there's new people, they probably won't come back after that. Okay, we're putting these 2 together. Just like that, okay? It's funny how when you um, are doing things live, it's just different. Okay, so I'm going to move this over and trim that just a tiny bit. All right, and then this is going to go right on the inside. You're welcome, Julia. We missed you on the team meeting. And it was a good one. And you got lots of awards, Julia. Okay, so we have that. Now I'm going to grab my bone folder. And you know how sometimes when you use a trimmer, it gives a little lip there. So I'm going to take my bone folder and just kind of smooth that down. All right. And then we're going to fold this over just like that. Okay, so far so good. All right, so then we're gonna put this on this front flap. And by the way, this is brand new paper called Country Gingham, and I just love it. It's in the new catalog. It will be available tomorrow. So as you ladies know, tomorrow a lot of things start. We have Celebration in the new catalog, and for every $50 order you place before shipping and tax, you get to pick something out of the Celebration catalog. And there are also $100 choices as well. So I just love them. All right, so anyway, we're going to do the watercolor wash now. And I'm actually going to use the Stamparatus for this when I stamp the image. Okay, so I'm going to watercolor this on and then stamp it in black. And I'm glad I did that earlier because it didn't take all the way. And then I already had my wash done. Okay, so I want to clean this brush off because I just want water on it. Okay. So this is watercolor paper that I'm using. I'm going to make sure. Okay, so it's watercolor paper. And so what I'm going to do is just put water on here. No color yet, just I'm getting it saturated with water. Notice I had a piece of fuzz. Okay, so I'm going to see it because when I add the color, if I have water on here, it works nicer. Okay, so I got that. Now the colors that I'm using are Balmy Blue and Granny Apple Green and Pear Pizzazz. Not Pear Pizzazz, Parakeet Party. Yes, you do get that in the paper share. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I have enough ink in the lid, which I do. And I'm going to start with the blue. And I'm not going to go all the way to the sides because see how you can see some white around the perimeter? I want that. I want that look. So I'm just taking my brush. I'm going to start off with this and add some Balmy Blue. And you don't want it to be perfect. I can add more if I want. Okay, then what I'm doing is, see how I cleaned off my brush? Now I'm going to switch to Granny Apple Green. Same process. Making sure I have enough water. And then I'm going to take this and move this up some. And I'm going to blend the two together. Okay. Then I'm going to take Parakeet Party. Oh, Maureen, that's awesome. So this one is Parakeet Party, and see how I'm going a little bit towards the top. And I'll show you why in a second. See how it's lighter, of course, than the Granny Apple Green. So now I'm going to connect the two together with some more balmy blue. And I'm kind of making sure that the lines are pretty blended. So that's what it looks like so far. Okay, so we're going to close these up so I don't make a mess. And what I'm going to do is pull in my heat tool and just kind of dry this. Hey, Trisha. So tomorrow, ladies, it starts, like I said, the new catalog and celebration, and an awesome special for joining my team. Oh my goodness, it is you get $175 of product for $129. However, you get the brand new mini die cutting machine with that, in addition to the $175. So that is a value of $63 as well. Okay, see how nicely that's turning out? Oh, how cool is that, Maureen? Okay, so see how nice this is? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Stamparatus and I'm going to stamp the image on here. Let me show you again what the image looks like. So let me bring this in and I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. What I like to do is take my stamp set and put it under there, just like that. Now what we're going to do is put the paper here, and you do have to put these magnets down. Okay. So I already have this lined up from last time. So you see it's not lined up properly. So I do have to take this off and line this up. So be careful when you're lining it up. I'm going to put it about right there. Okay. I'm going to pick this up. And then I'm going to add the ink. And I'm going to use StazOn. Okay, so now we're going to take this and close it and push on it. And hopefully I'll get a good image the first try. But this is why I'm doing it with the Stamparatus. It looks great. What do you guys think? I think maybe I could use a little bit more ink there, but I think I'm just going to leave it as is. I think it looks pretty darn good. What do you guys think? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move this. And now I'm going to bring in my little die cut machine. And this is the machine that you can get for free with your kit this month during celebration. So what we're going to do is put this down here. And then I'm working with the deckled rectangles. So let me make sure I have the right one, which I do. And then let's see. I hope this fits. Yeah, it does. Okay, so we're going to put this down here. I want to make sure that this is straight, so I got to stand up. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I think I'm going to grab some washi tape for this. I don't want to take a chance, especially since I already have it watercolored. Just take some washi tape and put this on it how I want it. I'm just doing it on the side here. And I'll show you. I don't know if it's in the camera. It is not, so. Okay, got that. Gonna put the top on this and crank it through. Perfect little machine for your desk when you're working with smaller projects or smaller dies, I should say. It's perfect, and it's a great gift too. And the fun thing is, anyone who signs up and chooses this, you also will get, well, it will be, you have your choice of the white as you see it, or you can choose it in a new color, boho blue. So that's kind of cool. All right, so we're going to put this on here. I'm going to cut another piece because it is a little bit shy. I'd rather get it right when I'm putting all this work into a card. Okay, so we're going to put this on and then I'll trim it. Okay, so this is Balmy Blue. We're going to attach these. I love the mini too. I'm just putting this on here, and I will trim it up just a tad bit. How many of you have this little cutie? I love this. Also, today is the very last day to get some of your items on the last chance list. So if there is anything you want, you want to get them today. Okay, so I got that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece here, and I am going to wrap a piece of ribbon around here. And I normally am not a fan of variegated ribbon, but I love this. So I'm going to wrap this around first and tie a bow here. And it's going to be right on the side. But I think this ribbon goes perfectly with this set that I'm working with today. Well, actually, the colors, I should say. The other day I was making a little side thing here. The other day I was making breakfast, and oh my gosh, I got the worst bacon grease. You can see it right here, but it's all cleared up now. Looks like I got scratched by a cat or something. I don't even have a cat. So that's what that is. And I'm so glad I had long sleeves on because I had stains all the way up my shirt, and it was a new shirt, and that made me mad. Okay, so we have this, and I want this all the way off to the side. Okay, then we're going to take this and put dimensionals on the back, and we're going to slip it right under here. Okay, so let me grab my dimensionals. Thanks, Kathy. I'm getting there. I thought I was all better, and then my throat started itching again, and it's just, I can't even believe this. A lot of my friends have said that they had it and it lasted a really long time. Okay, so we have this. All right, and I'm going to slide it right under here and make sure that I get it even. That looks pretty good to me. Okay. All right. So then we're going to bring the card back in and it's going to go down right there. Okay. So we're only going to put we're only going to put the dimensionals on here, this portion that lands here. So you could glue it on if you wanted to, or you can use dimensionals, and I'm going to use dimensionals. Hey, Tina. Okay. So we're going to place this in the center. And hopefully I have it centered here. So far so good. And let me see if I have any of the gemstones here that I was using. I do. So I'm using some of these, and these are the in color. Even though they're not balmy blue, they look really good on here. So I'm just going to add some. And these are kind of difficult to get the little adhesive off at the same time. So you want to make sure you have that. Okay, so there you go. And then on the inside, looks like I have something on here. I kind of just left it plain because I didn't want it to get in the way of the front of the card. So anyway, this is your first project and I hope you like it. All right, so that's that. We're going to move on to the next one. Okay, let me show you what we're doing for the next card. This is the next card here. Okay, so let me show you. We're going to bring this in. Let me get my stuff for this one. Okay, so this one is 11 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 5 1/2. So we're going to just fold this in half. Okay, and then on the outside, we have this piece, which is embossed with the timber embossing folder, and this is 5 by 3 3/4. And then this one is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So we're going to put these two together. Now this one might seem a little tricky, and I'm going to show you the pieces in a second. It's lifting there, so I want to do a little trick here. Let me see. Yeah, I want some more glue on there. So I'm just going to take a piece of scrap paper, put some glue on it, and just slide it under there. And then you don't have to pull it off. And then it lays down better. Okay? So we're going to bring back the trimmer and trim this off. Just a tiny bit. All right, and this is going to go on the front of the card base. Hey, Shelly, we missed you the other night. I know, isn't that fat cat so cute, Vicky? Okay, so let me show you what we're going to do here. We have this piece that's going to go on the bottom here, and then this piece is going to go right so it doesn't peek out the white part. So that's going to go right there, okay? But before we do that, this piece is going to go on here. I don't want this showing underneath because you can see it goes under these two, okay? So we're going to wait just a minute to put that on, and we're going to do the stamping of this little fat cat, okay? And this time we're going to stamp with Memento. That would be so, that would be really cute. And for this one, I'm using the Stamp and Blend markers. Okay, and this is going to be die cut, so I don't have to be real careful on. I just try to center it as best as I can. Okay, so there we go with that. All right, so let's do some coloring. And I'll bring in all the things that I'm using, and I'll show you step by step. Okay, first of all, I'm going to color this space right here, but I do have one already colored and cut out because I fussy cut it, the second one, okay? So, but I do want to show you how I colored it, so I want to color the whole thing. So I am using the dark balmy blue. So what we're going to do is just kind of trace the little cupcake cup, I guess you would call it. And this really won't be seen, but I do want to show you it because it's exactly how I colored the top one. Okay. And I'm just circling, tracing the circles here. All right, so I have that all done. Now I'm going to take the the light one and I'm going to color it in. I'm not coloring the circles all around the circles. Okay, so then what we're going to do is take, I'm using the light and dark parakeet party. So if you notice, there's a line through most of these. So on the left side, I'll do it in light. And I'm just doing this for dimension. Okay. And then I'm going to, oop, I missed one right here. I'm going to switch and use the dark one for the other half of the circle. Okay, so far so good. Okay, and now that I have this in my hand, I'm gonna just do the balloon, and all I'm doing is circling the balloon and just kind of scribbling over that one part. I'll show you that as well. Okay, and then I'm gonna fill it in with the light one and blend it. I'm also gonna do the little pom-pom on his hat. Next, I'm taking the dark and doing the inside, the center part of his birthday hat. And I'm going to do the bow tie. All right, this time I'm taking the light balmy blue just for dimension, and then around eye, the eyes, I should say. Okay, so far so good. And now what I'm going to do is just take the crumb cake light and I'm going to outline. And this really isn't light enough for me, so I'm going to show you what I did to lighten it up. When I right now it looks okay, but when I put all the color in, when I color the whole thing, it to me it got too dark and we don't have a lighter one. So this is it. Under his paw there. Okay. So you can see I have it. Let me show you. I have it outlined. Okay. So I'm going to take the opposite side and I'm just going to lightly color it in. And I think it still gets too dark for my liking. So we have a color lifter. And what I like to do is just lift some of the color off. And it's this one right here. Okay. So I'm just going to, it blends and also lifts color off. Okay. I didn't have previews today, Laura. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is take the petal pink and just add the color on the nose. Now it will take a second for all of that color to lighten, but you can see it's lightening. Okay, so now what I have is I'm going to use this die from the Fabulous Frames because I want to get this exactly sized up right, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to run this through the mini die cut machine. I actually have one of the blue ones, boho blues, on order too, so I can't wait to get it. All right, so I'm going to tape this down too to make sure that I get it straight and not mess up here. Just like that. Put the top one on and crank this through. It is so cute, isn't it? I knew I had to have this when I saw this stamp set. And I'm typically not, this is typically not my style, but I thought it was adorable. Okay, so we have that done. All right, so now we'll get back to business here. We're going to glue this together, and I'll do some trimming there. You can see it lightened up quite a bit now. And I hope you all stay tuned to the end, because I have a special to tell you that I'm offering. Okay, so I have that. And then this is going to go on here, just like that, right? So to get this right, what I want to do is this is going to go down first, about right there. Okay, so I want it even all the way around. So I'm going to put the glue on here. And then this is going to go right there. So I want to make sure that it's straight. It looks straight to me. Okay, then I'm going to add this piece here, and this is going to go right here. See how I had to have that covered up? All right, just like that. And then this piece is going to go straight across, and we want to make sure that we get it so these little indentations here are just covering the DSP. Okay, so just like that. So and this is 4¼ inches wide. Okay, so we'll get that down, and I may have to trim it a tiny bit. Looks like I do, but that looks really good. All right, see how there's a paper hangover there? So we're going to just trim that off just like that. Now this is going to go up on dimensionals right here. Tina, I have another lady from Maryland joining me tomorrow, and her name is Tina as well. In fact, I was talking about you to her the other day. So ladies, if you are looking for a fun hobby, or you'd like to add some stuff to your collection, now is a great, well, actually starting tomorrow is a great time to do it. And I would love to have you on my team. You get $175 worth of product for just 129, plus you get the little die cut machine. Now I stamped this again on a piece of scrap paper and colored it the same way, and we're just going to add it on here. We're going to lift it up on dimensionals. I just fussy cut that out. Thanks, Tina. Okay, so here we go. We'll put this right on here. Is that sweet or what? Okay, we're going to add one of these tiny little, I'm going to do the lighter one so that I can, it shows contrast because the bow tie I colored with the darker. So far so good. Okay, and then we're going to stamp happy birthday on a piece of scrap white paper. I thought I had some, oh well. Okay, I'll use this right here. And here's my happy birthday stamp. And this is in the same stamp set. I'm going to stamp this. Now you can, I'm going to do it again because I like it darker. Now you can just stamp this on a strip of paper, or you can be bad and use a discontinued punch like I'm using. All right, so this is going to go down right here. You guys are something else. You know what? Tina, I forgot. She said it's by the water, the ocean. So wherever that is. And she's probably listening, but she's not logged on. Um, Shelly, what is the name of this punch? She knows all that stuff. Okay, we're gonna tie a bow. I've had it forever. Yes, I'll show you the stamp set in just a second again. Here is the stamp set. Okay, it says it's the best day because it's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's all about you. Wishing you all the wishes. Okay. All right, so this is going to go on here. I'm going to put this on with a glue dot. Okay, so this is going to go right here. Now, isn't this so cute so far? I just love it. Okay, so now we're going to do the inside, and I have a piece here of the DSP to pull the two together. And let me show you some of the, we can do, it already says happy birthday on the front. We can say it's all about you over here, and then just give some of these little sparkly things, or this right here. I think I'll use this right here. So what we're going to do is we'll take this. Let me see. I don't think I have ink on it. So we'll use the Parakeet Party first. And we'll just stamp a few of these. And then we'll switch to the balmy blue. Do you want to clean this off? I don't have my Stampin' Scrub close by, so I'll just use this. All right, let me see. Okay, so now we'll do this one. You want to be careful not to. Okay, look how cute that is. Let me close this up. And we'll put this down at the, or we could put it up here. It does, and I think it looks better down here. All right, so we'll just put a bead of glue across here. And I want a little bit of the white showing down below. See that? Trim this off. All right, and then we'll just glue this together. Okay, so now we're going to put this on the inside of the card. And the second card will be done. You're welcome. Okay, see how cute that is? Here is your second card. All right, so we have one more project to do and we're done. Okay, so this is the third project, and this is just a little treat holder. And inside, I have one of these Fannie Mae milk chocolate pixies. I got this at Walmart, but I did see them at Target as well. And you can find them on, what you call it, Amazon too. Okay, so this is our next project, and you can see it's just a cute little box. Let me get the stuff here. Okay, so let me show you what we have going on here. Okay, so this is 8.5 by 4 5/8. Okay, so how I scored this is I scored it at 3 3/8, 4, let me see, 7 3/8, and 8. And then I turned it and scored it at 5/8. Okay, so let me show you how we're going to do this. We're going to fold on the score lines, and all these dimensions will be on my blog tomorrow morning. I always like to say tonight, but by the time I get done, I'm tired. Okay, so we're going to do some trimming here, and what we're going to do is trim up here and this on an angle, and then this on an angle. Okay, and then we're going to trim the bottom tabs, and I'll show you when I'm done here. Okay, see what I mean? Okay, so I trim that out like a tab, and this one I trimmed out as a tab, and along the side here where we connect the two, that I did on an angle. Okay, so we're going to put the glue on here. You can use glue or tear and tape. We're going to fold this over and fold this over, and then it will be exactly where we need it. Okay, see how that is? So now this is where the tab is. So that becomes the back. So you want that in the back, and you can see on the inside, maybe you can see, well, you can see where it came together back there. Okay, so we're going to close the bottom up. So the tabs on the sides are going to go in first. The one from the back is going to go forward to the front, and then the front is going to close up the box. Okay, so we'll put glue here, and we'll just square this off and make sure it's nice and squared. Okay. You know where else I think I saw these out at was at Cracker Barrel. Okay, so that's that so far. I'm going to put this inside here so it kind of gives me a nice, unless, let me try something else. Let's see if this will fit. Nope, it won't. No, it's a little bit too fat. Okay, so this is going to go down like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this bottom piece right around here. So we're going to take some glue and just put it on the front and the sides. See how much glue I put on there? Not very much. I think it would. I think that would fit, Laura. So I'm just eyeballing this and just putting that on there. And then we're going to wrap it. I'm just going to pinch the corners so it's kind of sharp. All right. And then I'll pinch that again, but there's no glue on the back yet. Okay. So it's nice and crisp there. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is just put some glue here to put this down. And like I said, I just eyeballed it, so it's not going to be exactly the same there, but it won't matter because I have another piece here that I'm going to use to connect them. Oops. I have a little bit extra glue there, which doesn't matter. I'm going to just, let's see. You can center it or you can move it over. It doesn't really matter. But regardless, you're going to put glue down here and then push this down, and the pattern just kind of connects. Okay, so there's the bottom, and then the front, it's nice and even. Okay, then what I did was I'm doing the same thing on the top, but I die cut this, and this is from the scallop circles or scallop dies, contours. Okay, but this one I want to be a little bit picky on. So what I'm going to do is put some glue on here. And why I want to be picky is I want to make sure the scallop is even. Okay, so see how I have two in the center, and then this one, and then these two right here. I want them to be even coming off the side here. Okay, so once I get it in place, I'll hold it down just like that. And now my phone's going off the hook. So I'm going to turn this over and make sure that it is straight. There, that's better. Okay, and then I'm just going to wrap it around. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the other side, just kind of pinching it. Same thing here. I might have to add some more glue. Okay, and wrap this around and pinch. Okay, see how cute that is? All right, and then I have a second one here. And I just want to point out to you that this is 3 3/8 inches wide. So what I can do is just take this and cut this to 3 3/8 inches. Or I can just eyeball this and put it on there and then trim off the excess. And that's what I think I'll do. So I'm going to put this on here, some glue, and I'll let it set while I do the rest of the project. Make sure you have the stitching side up. Okay, so I'm going to let it set off side while I stamp the little kitten again. Well, it's not so little, the fat kitten. Okay, and I'm going to stamp this with Memento. I actually find something I want to add, and then I make a box around it because I usually want something to match in color. If I can't find it, then I just try to get something different or unique, something I haven't used before. Then I'll make the box to match. I'm going to do this a little bit lower because the bottom is going to be cut off anyway. I just love making the boxes because they're so easy, and it's just challenging to me to create a box or a gift for somebody that they're not going to find anywhere else. And it's funny when you give these little gifts out, if you give them to the post office people or waitress or what, tellers, anything, it's amazing how your service gets better. This does not take long at all. You can really learn how to make a box within it for anything. Just want to decide what kind of box you want. All you have to do is know the dimensions of the product that you're using. And you want to know length, width, and depth. Okay, since I have this, oh my gosh, I pulled so hard I pulled it apart. There we go. All right, so we're going to do the light here, light around the eyes, and I think that's it for the light. Oh, Fatima, you can always call me and ask me to do what you need, and I'll help you out. I can do that. Okay, now we're going to switch to the dark parakeet party. And then the light for blending. And for this little thing. And then I just have to do the, oh, I do have to, I forgot this part. This is the light. So I'm going to do the light over here. Almost forgot the little circles. All right, and now we're going to do this other part of the circle. So I'm excited. I have 5 new people that are joining my team this week, or signing up with me. Not just my team members will have other recruits too. So it just, as our little team grow and grow, it's so exciting. Okay, so then we're going to add the crumb cake, and we're going to do the same thing we did with the other ones. First, I'm going to add the detail here. But I do it this way first so I can show you. Okay, see how I did that? And now I'm going to outline here. Okay, and I'm going to just lightly add some color. Hey, Nancy. And then I'm an Indian giver. I'll take the color back. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Just realized somebody might be offended by that. Tina, um, I'm available tomorrow to chat with you if you'd like to give me a call. Okay, so far so good. What do you think? All right, we're going to do the little pink nose, although it doesn't look that pink, but there's as much in there as possible. Okay, so now I'm going to die cut this with this die from the Stitch Shapes. But if you notice, I'm going just like this. So some of the little cupcake thing is going to be cut off. So let me bring this back in. Okay, so we're going to tape this down. And I think I'll tape it about right there. Okay, so that's going to go on here and cover it with one of these and crank this through. These little things are great too when you go to an event away from home. So you can just bring us a little one. Diane, no, you don't get to select celebration items with your kit. Okay, so we're going to glue these two together, and this is just a parakeet party that I die cut with the layering circle dies. So we're going to put that on there. And I do want to tell you, ladies, that I said earlier that I have a personal ordering special for you. And starting tomorrow, of course, Celebration is going on. So if you place a $50 order, you get a Celebration item. If you place a $100 item or order, you get either two $50 items or one $100 items. But a gift from me, if you place a $75 order or more, I'm going to send you one of these with your make and takes. Okay? So there you have it. All right, so we're going to bring this back in and trim this excess off. Sounds like Tony came back and he went to Texas Roadhouse. On Wednesdays, he's responsible for dinner. Okay, so we're going to put this on right here. And this is going to go on with dimensionals. Oops. Oh, here it is. So ladies, I hope you like these projects today. I thought they were really cute, and I was ready for something that was so far from Christmas projects. And I think this is pretty darn far. You can't get further away from it than this. Okay, so then we're going to take the ribbon and tie a bow. This ribbon is so silky and it ties really nice bows. Now, ladies, since the catalog is going live tomorrow, I will be ordering all the paper share and ribbon share products, as well as the bingo products. So, although the both show that it is closed, I can't order until tomorrow. So I can take any last minute people who want to sign up for bingo or who want to sign up for my paper and ribbon share, but you would have to let me know tonight. Okay, so we're going to put this on here. And the bingo is going to be on the 20th. So I'll be expressing that product in. Okay, I do need one more of these to put on the little bow tie. And I hope you like these projects that I did for you today. And I'll pull everything back in so you can see. I'll get all of the garbage out of the way. So here we go. Ladies, I hope you like these. Please, please, please make sure you use the host code there if you're planning on placing an order. That helps me to get the free product to send to you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a wonderful night. If you need a catalog, please let me know, and we will go from there. Okay. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Good night.